Thanks for that lovely intro.
You're welcome.
So what does success mean? Now, let's head over to our first guest of the evening. Harry, could you introduce our guest?
Genuinely, yes.
So, we'll start with the known guests and we'll leave the special guest for last. We got Siji Akinwale. We got Jane Short. And we got, drum on please, Tom Bestwick, right beside me.
Welcome to the show, Bestwick.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
The pleasure is all ours. So today's topic is going to be about success. Now, I don't really know what the dictionary definition of success is. I think it's always good to avoid dictionary definitions because one person's definition of success is not necessarily another person's definition of success. So today we're going to discuss what the flip is success. Siji, success. Some people say that being successful means having a lot of money. Is that your definition of success? A lot of cash. Fat steaming lot of cash.
It's an interesting podcast.
What's my definition of the success? I don't know. My definition of success is to feel completed.
To feel completed.
Yeah, to feel completed. To have achieved what you want to achieve. In order to achieve what you want to achieve, you have to feel completed.
The question is it a point in your life where it's like you've not been successful and now it's like you're successful? Or what is it? Are you successful now?
Depends on the person. I think it depends on the person. For me,
Depends on you.
for me personally, yeah, for me every day is success because I set out. I live my life in a way of I live my life in the way that today is my last day, but I plan for tomorrow.
Wait, that's a famous saying, right?
That's
Live as if your day is the last day, but plan for the future kind of thing. Is that what you said basically?
That's
So-
it, yeah.
So what you're saying is you're making the most of the day, but you're not being reckless.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's your definition of success, is by living each day.
No, that's my model for life.
Okay.
And by doing that,
Yeah.
I feel successful because I've achieved what I want to achieve.
So is it always like a short-term goal? Is it just like a long-term success?
No, you're black. You have to whatever you're planning for tomorrow can be short, can be long. Tomorrow.
I mean, like when you're talking about success, you're this day was successful or not successful, depending on what you did.
Yeah.
What about the last month or the last year?
Depending on the last month of the last year, was it successful? Was the last year of my life successful? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Was the last year of my life?
Well, how do you define like in the big scheme, not just a day? How do you see like the last year or the future years? How do you see that's going to be successful? I feel Siji thinks about that. Maybe best we can chip in.
Well, success, like I would term it, is an individual thing. Like in terms of what you would deem to be success is definitely, subjective. And answering that question, like would I consider myself successful? Currently, no, because like my main area that I would want validation where I can say that I have success is career-wise. And I think I'm still striving for that. So that would be like my definition of success. It wouldn't necessarily encompass other aspects of life. It's kind of
So it's career oriented.
concentrated in career. But that's
What about like success in relationships, success in spirituality, or like success in all aspects of life, or is it just?
I don't know. Like for me, I think that success would be a term that I would use in regards to career. But in terms of life, I wouldn't deem success a way to I wouldn't say, oh yeah, I was successful. Like I don't imagine being 80 and going, oh, was successful at life? Because life is experiences. And as long as I'm experiencing things, then I guess I'm successful in life. But so success in the kind of the notion of it, for me is about career.
So what does it mean in career sense?
What would be success for me in career?
Yeah. What makes someone successful in career?
I guess to achieve the position that they want to. Which, yeah. Have you thought about that answer?
The question?
Yeah.
What was the question?
I think I answered before.
What's success?
Well, success. Success for me is living a fulfilled life. That is my achievement of success. I set many, many goals, and once I reach that goal, I take it off and then set myself another goal. So once I reach these goals, I don't put it down to just one thing. I like to be balanced. I like to have a bit of everything. And as long as I get a bit of everything in my day, in my week, in my month, then because tomorrow you can walk across the road and look like that. And if that happens, you be dead. James, success. What is it?
Getting up every morning is a success. I like the little victories. I like, as long as you're progressing just a little bit, each iteration, just going a step further, closer to your goals. Relationships, career, hobbies. So I think there's 4 main domains. I think you've got your emotional state, your physical state, your health state, for example, and you've got your career state, and you've got your relationship state, your heart state. So if you've got those domains, you're working towards them, you're growing in each of those domains, then that's what I would say success. You can easily say that being successful means you're making 6-figure salary a year. That's pretty successful in terms of career, I guess. But you might be in a job that you absolutely fucking detest. People on the outside will look at that guy or woman and go, do you know what? They're uber passionate. Clearly they've got to a state in their career where they're making a lot of money. But on the inside, people I can't see, they give up at least half of that for something different. But they're at a point in their life where maybe it's scary to make that change. Would I consider that person a success? In some ways. But I would also say that they're not capitalised on their true self. And in that way, it's actually a failure.
But what if somebody is achieving that 6-figure salary and it's something that they love?
Total success, yeah. I mean, this is why I think, this is just a theory, that you've got these 4 domains. I haven't quite figured this out, but you've got various domains in your life. So I'll just make it simple: hobbies, career, relationship, and physical health. So if you're working on those 4 domains of your life, you want a balance. So somebody who's going to have all that energy, working 18-hour days or 6-day weeks, they're not going to be able to focus on the other stuff, are they? So they'll be extremely successful in their career, but they're going to be lacking in the other areas.
We have a comment from viewers, and the comment is success related to personal happiness, though?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Depends on what you
So,
define
I mean,
success
It depends who's claiming that success. If it's you saying I'm successful, then surely that's from your own happiness. If other people are pointing at you and going, they're successful, like that 6-figure salary guy that doesn't like the job that they do, they're maybe not successful, but that's external.
Going on what you said, I think it's success, in my opinion, can only be seen by a third party. You cannot see, if you see yourself as successful, it means that I've accomplished everything I want to accomplish and nothing more. And you plateau. You say you're successful and that's it. You're not going to try to be more than yourself. You're not going to try to achieve more. You're not going to try to be more. You're going to be, this is fine. I'm successful. I can press the pause button and just live at this state of life. Rather than from the outside, it's more easy to say someone is successful and just see someone person and compare them to themselves and be they're more successful than I am, so they're a success. But looking at yourself, you're only comparing to yourself. So You can only, if you set some goals and you reach the goals, and then you're like, okay, I will be successful. I mean, okay, you set goals now. What do you want to be successful? You want money-wise, relationship-wise, etc., etc. You set some goals and you say, when I reach those, I'm going to be successful. But as you're reaching those goals, do you not think that your own opinion of your life and some other stuff will change that will make those goals different? That will make it.
And then I'll set more goals.
But this is the point. It's always you're always looking ahead. You never reach the point where you're gonna be. That's fine.
But you can claim success for a previous endeavor and say, I'm successful because I've achieved that, but I would like to achieve. Just because you look at something else as a focus, it doesn't pull away from success.
It's true. And as an example, I think success breeds success. Failure breeds failure. Like take for example, an exam, university. I'll take university example.
Yeah.
You pass an exam, you pass more exams. That suddenly gives you more confidence to do other exams because you kind of build up a case history of your life of all these micro successes, let's call them, which then gives you you draw upon those experiences of being successful to further develop your self-belief that you can be more successful. So passing exams and passing, when you get somebody who fails an exam, you'll find out that kind of like a domino. Once they fail one exam, it's easy to spiral and start failing other exams. So I think, I see what you're saying.
But I see, like you're saying about like specific events. I was successful in in this specific one, like an exam. I was successful in maybe this business venture. But I was talking about like as a state, like a successful state of being. Like I am successful, but my state is successful. And you can like look at Bill Gates.
It all depends what the criteria is.
Yeah, it does.
If your criteria for success has been something that's in the past, then you can quite easily say, all right, so getting my degree makes me a success. All right, that's success. Or starting my own business and not going bankrupt in the first year means my business has been a success in the first year. So there's always that criteria that you've got to work with. As a state, like what you're saying, I think, is once you've decided, I'm successful, you can put your feet up, you can lie back, and then suddenly, you stop, you stagnate. And what you're saying is that you don't want to really achieve that. You can never actually achieve that.
Yeah, that's what yeah. But actually, I want to add the point where you said that's a good one. But being successful gives more motivation to. So if we set like a goal, like in the past, that we can see what we did in life and what we achieved, and already kind of think that we're successful for what we have done. And if success is linked to happiness, having that like happiness there and having that feeling good about yourself will bring more success.
Yeah, definitely. I think so. I believe that. It's kind of like, I don't know, you're attracting what you're putting your attention on. So if you're focusing on your successes in life rather than your failures, then you're going to be more successful because of that positive feedback loop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have to fit in a feedback loop somewhere. Whereas if you're focusing on all the negatives, all the failures, on one hand you learn from your failures, but is that really failure if you're learning? Then I think that you can make a failure into success. But if all you're looking at is the failures, you kind of, what is the idea of when you're in a car or you're on your bike and people sort of look to where they're steering, so they steer to where they're looking at. So if you're skidding, they say look towards where you want to steer, but most people look towards like the ditch or the car, and that's where they end up like crossing over. So they're focusing on what they want to avoid rather than what they want to achieve. And if you want to be successful, then I think it's important to look at not only your past successes, but your vision of the future success.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Success. Again, this is my definition, right? So there's two people. You've got a guy on a beach selling ice cream.
No, fuck off. Sorry.
A guy.
He likes ice cream.
I like ice cream. A guy on a beach selling ice cream and is making, 12 grand a year less than he was in his previous job that he hated, but suddenly he's selling ice cream and he's loving it. I say that guy's a success.
Yeah, absolutely. Without
I don't
a
eat
doubt.
ice cream.
Without a doubt.
I don't know why I do that to myself. So,
He sells sorbet too.
no,
Sorbet, yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
well,
Many colors and flavors.
What about, so success in terms of your own, I think you're saying success is defined by the outside, so so we can look at Bestwick and we can go, he's successful. And Bestwick might look at himself and go, I'm not successful yet, but I could look at you and go, so it's all relative, isn't it? Success is relative.
But what's the difference between successful and success? Is there a difference like saying like someone's successful?
Well, isn't successful is like the overall thing of like you sitting back and going, oh yeah, I've done it. Whereas success can be from like different points from many different things. Is it? I don't know. I feel like that.
No, that's good, yeah.
Okay, here we go. Here's a spin on it. What the last thing you did, how is that you feel was successful? Or give you a moment of success?
Today actually.
Okay.
Managed to, for any top people listening, managed to do an infusion and it went pretty good. Like carbon fiber infusion for anybody listening. And I mean, it is a difficult task. It requires some skill, it requires some thought process into it. And well, that one time like made me feel like it went successfully.
Nice. And what's the next goal on your success agenda? Do you have one? Do you have a goal in mind, or do you just plan on just seeing what happens?
Well, the big goals in life. And I have this written in my affirmations. So it's a shout out to Hal
Elrod, is that? Is that what?
Yeah, Miracle Morning. It's a new thing. People should check out. Anyway, the affirmations.
One of our sponsors.
Affirmations. I have it written in my affirmations, and some of them are like my goals of that I want to consistently exercise to achieve not just my physical goals, but also like create a healthy lifestyle and be the best version of me I can. That's one of my I mean that is never a point when I'm successful. I mean I can see the past and be like, oh, I was consistent, I was like I was good, but I have to keep this going until the moment I'm put on the ground and I breathe no more.
But could you maintain success within that?
Yeah.
So,
But how easy would it slip away? Like it's a precarious state of being, isn't it? Being successful. Like this is like the miracle morning where you wake up 5 a.m., 6 a.m., an hour, 2 hours before you normally do, and you
hit snooze and go back.
Yeah, that's the opposite. But you spend the first, so own your morning and elevate your life basically. So in the first hour of your morning is the most critical for making the day successful. And an idea is, me and Siji, we went to the gym at 7 in the morning, and no matter what happened for the rest of the day, I said, Siji, no matter what happens for the rest of the day, we're successful. Because we got off our asses, out of our bed, and into the gym, right?
Good.
And that, in my opinion, is a good start of the day, and it's successful. So, and it also puts you, no matter what happens for the rest of the day, you could get bad news, you could shit your pants, you could.
That happens.
Shit definitely happens sometimes. But you made the morning a success because you did something that was difficult, and you used discipline, and you did something for your body, which is important. So again, it's building a momentum.
What the last thing you did that was successful?
I got up today at 5 a.m. and went for a run. I was a little bit hungover, so it was pretty difficult. But yeah, I did that. Yeah, I'd say that's a success.
Yeah. Well, definitely if it goes against your inclinations, like if you want to stay in bed, getting up at 5 o'clock, that's
Very tough. It is very tough, and it's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. But it's builds success. So if you wake up in the morning, and this is just our example because we've been doing this practice for maybe a month, or something like that. But it doesn't have to be that. It could be something like Siji, in your business, you could do something small and like right after day, something small and easy or that goes well like, and it doesn't matter. It kind of be built upon that. You go, right, succeeded. What next? You know, that attitude. What next? And a level of success, productivity. You know, extend that forward to your life. Look, if you just make a small improvement to your life once every day, right? So if you make, you know, a 1% improvement in your life every day in a month, you're gonna have 30% improvement. You know, in a year, you're gonna have 365% improvement. Over 10 years, you can see how it makes a massive difference. That's success. So success is an ongoing process.
What was
What?
what was your successful? The last successful thing you achieved?
I guess that it was going to the conference that I was at and networking. Because like I'm not particularly kind of, well, I like meeting new people and I like talking to them, but the moment that I've ever had to do networking in the past, and it's that sense of if you go up to somebody and you know they're in a position that they can give you breaks, I instantly just go, oh, I can't suck up to them. I don't even want to speak to them because it's so transparent in the sense that they can give me something that I want, and it's like groveling. So I guess I kind of put that to the side and just accepted it for what it was when I was over at the conference. And so that felt successful because I came away from it. At least, I mean, I've not heard from anyone, but I approached people and spoke to people that were in that position, you know, so I made steps. So that was successful because prior experience would tell me that I'd kind of shied away from that. So that was successful.
Wow, I love that. Because, right, imagine this. Courage in itself, or overcoming something that about you that's stopped you in the past. You know, one person got, like this is not you, this is just a random example. Or that person has anxiety, you know, that has approach anxiety, approaching new people, or that has social anxiety. And so that person is like going and taking everything it takes in their guts to then overcome that. That person is a massive success, although when you compare them to the people, you know, who don't have this issue, who are doing this naturally as everybody, they might go, oh, I do that anyway. But yeah, again, it's comparing. So internal successes, you know. So, this is why this is a good topic, because you've highlighted something there which success is personal to you. You shouldn't let anybody else define what your success is, right? Society might say success is only if you've got, you know, 2.4 children and a mortgage and, you know, a 5-6 figure salary and all this kind of bullshit, which, you know, is kind of not. It's put on people and it's now an expectation of people. But at the end of the day, that's somebody else's success. You know, that's somebody else's version of success. Your success might be living the fucking single life until you're 75 and dying. Well, who used to say you die alone? Well, what does it have to be? But why not?
Everyone dies alone.
Well, let's not go like take one.
But you define your own success, right? You can't let anybody else define that. And this is another thing, you know, what you said about sucking up, people sucking up because you want something from others. And yet, you're being authentic, you're just being yourself. Like, my version of success is living a good life, not being somebody else, right?
Interesting.
What was that? You gotta read it out now.
Okay, well, Siji, what happened to your hair? Double question mark. And a surprised face.
Life.
Apparently,
Success.
well, if you haven't seen Siji for the past 10 years, this might be a surprise, but it's been like this.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, it's been a while.
For a while.
Yeah.
10 years?
Yes.
Well, actually, it's been
Maybe less, maybe more. I'm not sure.
so old age. So, I mean, okay, how many years have we lived, Siji?
How many years have I lived? 2?
So out of your 28 years of life, 27. Out of your 27 years of life, you think you've only lived 2 that you define as success.
Well, I didn't define a success. No, every day of my life is a success. But genuinely live and seize every moment. I'd say about 2 or 3.
2 or 3 years. 2 or 3 years where you think that your personal goals and it aligns with yourself, and you think that you're doing something that agrees with your inner spirit, your inner
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I
You lost your track. Kai, what do you think is success? Let's see if we get a response from this guy.
Viewer interaction. Subscribe, share.
Live talks, yes, which we didn't tag in this, but it exists. Google it. So, success is defined by the person.
Well, we wrote that. So success is defined by the person.
Mm-hmm.
So can we say success is doing something that you know is good for yourself, that you might not necessarily want to do. So I mean, for a slightly overweight person, they might want to eat the ice cream, but they're like, I'm not gonna eat the ice cream because I know what's good for me, and I won't go to the TV tonight, and I'll go to do some exercise or do something good for themselves.
Does it have to be like the success have to be linked to
Doing something
that
you don't
notion
want to do.
of well, not necessarily something you don't want to do, but a notion of like achieving something that is positive? Because say somebody had, I'm not talking about anybody, like, but say somebody had like an aspiration to, I was listening to, I think it was, is it David Letterman? Is he the old chat show host? Like he was talking to Tiffany Haddish, and she was saying when she was 70, like, and I've heard a lot of people say this, like when they hit a certain age, they'll try all the drugs, like because like they're that old, why not? And I was saying, like, if you set yourself something like that, I think people could generally kind of agree on the fact that, drugs are relatively negative impact on your health.
Okay.
But if she's saying she's going to do that at 70, if she continues and does that at 70, is she not succeeding in what she set herself? But that's not necessarily something to the betterment of her physical being. Like it might be not emotional, but like spiritual. It might be.
What kind of drugs are we talking
She literally said, she was like, oh yeah, so the first week I'll try cocaine. No, I think the second week was cocaine. Then it was like crack, and then it was so it was like a week, and then like a week of LSD, and then so not a week of LSD, but like LSD, a break for a week, and then again next thing. So that's all I'm saying is does it have to be? It doesn't have to be linked to like something that's like good for your health.
So, what would you think it would be linked to? I mean, what else would be linked to? Like success?
I think success is down to your personal accomplishments. What you feel you've accomplished.
It can be anything in life.
Essentially anything that you want to do.
Life fulfillment, or is it linked to? I can't remember. One of the comments.
Happiness.
Is it just happiness?
Okay.
See, happiness is one of those vague kind of, is it a state or is it an ongoing process or is it variables? I think it's fulfillment. What's going to make you feel like you've got a fulfilling life? And that's why I think it's important for people to have a serious think about it. And it doesn't matter what age you're at. You could be like, the younger the better. But you could be, you evaluate your life and you try and weigh it up against whether you think you're on the right path for fulfilling life. And that's success, in my opinion. And that could be anything. Like I say, you might want to be a business magnate and have like several businesses that makes you millions and millions. Wow, yeah. But, another person just might want to fish at the side of a mountain stream, meditating all day and have, a wonderful family, or something like that. It's different for each person, isn't it? And they would hate the business magnates like, and they would say, actually, he's not successful. You know?
There's fulfillment and success.
Fulfillment. And the point I'm making is, it's important for people to figure out what they think, so they define the rules of their own success and not live by other people's expectations. And a lot of people, especially young people now, they haven't got a fucking clue what they consider success. They've not been inspired by anybody at school. Anytime they try to be creative or do anything they're passionate in, they get shut down, you know, they stand out, so they maybe get bullied into place. And they've got nothing that are really passionate about. Then they get into like the 20s, and they're just following the crowd. They're on automatic, you know, mode. They get to 30, and then it's like, maybe have a midlife crisis at 30.
Why are you looking at me? I'm like,
Hey, no, man.
I'm just gonna follow. Is it the school's place to inspire kids, or is it that kind of?
No, well, it's society, so it's support.
Yeah.
You know, and we've got a responsibility as a society for this kind of thing.
Agreed.
So step one, find what success is for you, and then try to accomplish that.
How do we go about helping people figure out what their version of success is?
By example.
Leading by, well, yeah, okay. You're leading by example, by being creative, and you know, you're going out and taking the initiative by starting businesses and you're creating an idea and making it happen out of thin air. That's quite inspiring, right? But then, like, another kid looks at you and goes, well, I don't want to fucking do that. You know?
True, but then there's also people that look at you and like, holy shit, how the hell did he manage that? If he can do that, then I can do that.
Exactly. No, and there'll be a lot of people that will be inspired.
Thanks.
But it's not a catch-all thing, is it?
No, it's not bad, nothing good. So.
because it's individualistic. But surely, like you're saying, if you, if you lead by example by following what you want to do and not following the crowd.
Yeah.
So as long as you follow, that core belief of what's success to you, but what in terms of life.
It's just like when you see a positive person, you see someone who's truly happy, there's just something about them. You can just tell them.
They like
glow on it. Yeah.
Radiant.
And other people just kind of gravitate towards it. Just like,
I agree.
I want a piece of that. I want that action. How do I want to be more like this person. This person's cool. And so,
Here's what I think. If more people live successful lives on their own terms, and I don't mean money-wise, but that might be their success. Successful in terms of fulfillment. And they were able to then live their happiest lives in which they were optimally, living life in an optimistic way where they were able to then contribute to society in a positive way, help other people. Like, can you imagine the profound knock-on effect that will have in society? Yeah, we've got a lot of people who don't have they're not inspired, they don't have a fucking clue how to be successful. They don't know how to even where to begin defining what they want in life. And you just got a society of people just totally on automatic mode.
Could everybody be successful? Like, does society have the space for everybody
There's an abundance
to get their own success?
I think there's an abundance of opportunities. Because obviously not everybody's, I think there's a balance of people, balance of personalities and what. I think so.
It's just like, obviously, we live in kind of a society at the moment, and this sounds like an old cantankerous type of thing to say, but there's like, for young folk, there's the idea, become a YouTuber, or become famous, or become, enter a competition and you'll become, do you know what I mean? There seems to be a lot of outpouring towards that. And if people, if you term your own success and they say that's how I'm going to be successful, then not everybody can achieve that.
It's a limited slots.
I don't know.
Everybody goes, do you know what?
Not everybody though, but like a good proportion, do you know what I mean? More.
So as an example, just, to go with the extremes here, imagine if everybody said, I want to be a YouTuber, I have my own YouTube channel.
Minecraft.
Would it be would it be saturated? Like, would that just saturate it? And then suddenly, would it collapse in itself? It would die and start,
So that's where it comes to, you define your own levels of success. So if that success doesn't work, you redefine it and find successful if that does.
I think in our society now, I just saw this. I think there's a lot of people living other people's success. So,
Mm.
there might be people that we look from the outside and be, oh, that's successful, but, they're not happy in their kind of situation, and other people might be happy in their situation. So, because a lot of us, me included, we don't know 100% what really our own success is, and we're striving for something, and usually for society it plays as successful. Maybe, currently society is saying YouTubers, being a YouTuber, but like, you have being a YouTuber as your goal to success. And you think that because of, the surrounding environment and how the YouTubers are treated or etc., and you think that's what you actually want. But maybe you just want to grow peach trees in Madagascar.
That's just what happens when you get older. You discover these things. You fake it till you make it. You try lots of things and discover what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And then hopefully you define your version
Try
of
lots of things.
success.
Is that the try lots of things?
Yeah. Try and fail, but you never fail. You just learn.
Try and fail, but you never fail as well.
I like that. Is it your clothes?
I don't know. People guys are coming to tell me stuff on Google or something. Like I just made that. It's like when I came out with the Just Do It, and Tom's like, nah, that's somebody else. I'm like, I just made it up. Like, nah, it's not. It's Nike that we use.
Wait, let's find it.
Like, prove it.
Let's put it
Look at
down.
my trainers.
CG. Quote, high school quote. Jump CG quotes, there again, for the viewers. Without any.
What was it? Try as many things and fail, but it's not.
Try and
failure,
fail, but you never fail. You just learn.
I think
In terms of the word failure, so we're talking about success.
Yeah.
So we should acknowledge failure, right? I think the word failure has a lot of negative connotations.
it's a
Especially,
failure only when you
like for example, look, here's an example. In university or school, you fail an exam, oh, you're a failure, and it's like, oh, that person's a failure. That's a failure. It's like absolute down and out deadbeat failure. You cannot recover from it. That's kind of the connotation it has, and it's kind of looked down upon.
Right.
But really, a failure is nothing but a lesson, right? A light learning curve. So I think if we reframe failure, like for example, in an exam, I failed an exam. We're talking about this negative side of feedback loop that you can have because the next exam got memory. Just call it an unsuccess, because then you can't talk about being unsuccessful without acknowledging success, right? In the world, right? It sort of opens it up to going, I'm not successful now, but I will be in the future. So it's kind of reframing the idea of success and failure.
What are you instead of looking at? Because instead of looking at that one moment and saying, I feel like I was unsuccessful with that one exam, how do you look at the big picture and see, make that successful event successful.
Yeah.
Not in that short, but in the long run,
Yeah.
Learn, like, let's say you fail one exam, or you lost a race, or you didn't get an interview. How like if you gained as much experience and as much knowledge from that one failure, does it make it failure?
But here's the thing, I remember a really profound quote. I don't know who it's attributed to.
Siji.
We'll just say it's Siji.
Probably. I'm like, come on, these things.
I think it might have been Steve Jobs or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, I think he was a miner. Or something.
Miner.
I don't know.
Sounds like an apple.
An apple picker, could have been actually. It could have been mining for apples.
Yeah, that probably wasn't mine. That was probably
So he said success is 99% failure. So saying that to get where you gotta be, you gotta fail, learn, and then suddenly all those lessons that you've learned provide you with the overall success.
Yeah. So it's like Anthony Joshua, the British heavyweight, just had that fight. Was it like last weekend? And he had unified like 3 belts. I don't know if that wasn't going to be his fault. Well, it's 3. I think he was going for the 4th.
Right.
But in this fight, like, he's lost all of that. But to hear him speak, like, after having lost, he's like, okay, like, what's next? I'm going to move on from that. I'm going to get him back, and I'm going to get that other title. So it's that thing of like, that's a failure. People could say to him that, well, I don't know who would say that to him. But yeah, no, it's that recognition of saying like, okay, I have been unsuccessful, but you know, I'm going to go on to success.
Yeah,
And hopefully he does. Surely.
that mindset though, that resilience must take a hell of a lot of self-discipline, belief, you know.
Yeah.
Because how many times have people failed and they give up and they just let it reduce them? They're defeated, you know. So the mindset, obviously, in boxing is huge, especially for like somebody like him.
Yeah, well, he's undefeated.
He's undefeated,
So,
and like to experience that and still have that mindset just shows what kind of character he has.
absolutely.
And I think having the character of, I've failed things like multiple times, and when you're younger, I think you let it affect you. You do let it affect you. But I suppose now the older I've got, still young, but getting older, I realise that, like what we're saying, failing once isn't the end of the world. And you don't know what the bigger picture is. For example, if I was successful in a previous job interview, I might have actually been in a job right now that I would probably hated. Probably would have been in a place that I was not happy in. So the fact that I was unsuccessful at that, you know, in some twisted way, that in itself was a success. I just couldn't see it from that point of view at the time.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Like I walked out of the job, and you wouldn't think of that as being like a successful moment, but you know, I do. Like now, I think, oh God, I'm so happy I made that decision. But at the time, like I knew that it was a good decision, but it was kind of terrifying, and people wouldn't identify that at that moment and say, wow, that's successful. Like, even if it does go on to lead you to something that's more fulfilling. So,
Nobody can steal that away from you. I mean, you know, you made a choice. I mean, nobody knows your life more than you do. So you made a conscious choice, and you decided to make that choice a success. And nobody can take that away from you.
I like that. I like it. No, definitely not. And this is the thing, you know, this is why I think somebody could consider themselves highly successful, and yet from the outside world, they're not doing anything spectacular. You know, why does being successful have to be extraordinary? Why can't it just be ordinary? You know, for a lot of people, just being ordinary takes a hell of a lot of courage, a lot of fucking challenge, and a lot of more dedication and discipline. And to the outside world, there's no ordinary people, but to them, they're hugely successful. Some people go through life with a limp, right? You know, and you say that the person who finishes a marathon in 8 hours, they finish dead last. They ain't successful. But they finished the marathon, you know, and they might have had a wooden leg, you know. just
if I have had
just saying.
oh shit, I've got a wooden leg.
Well, that explains.
And I just want to laugh.
Yeah.
And they just went a marathon, man. But you get my point.
The thing you were talking about just before, that, you know, you went through life and you went from a state where, you know, you didn't know how success works, and that you can make something a success, and to a point where you're able to. How do you take that knowledge and give it to the younger generation or people that don't yet have that?
Like what Siji said, leading by example, I think speaking to people, I think people need role models. I think they don't have role models, or they have very poor role models.
So role models are dangerous.
Not positive role models, like James is saying. Obviously, there could be negative impacts, but
Maybe, okay, no.
Can you be a positive role model?
No, I think the role model is dangerous in the fact that you're putting your beliefs and you're kind of giving part of yourself away because you're giving yourself something to believe in, a God to believe in, and then when they do not meet the expectations, then
This is why I think that's normal, natural human. This is humanity we're talking about here. We have mentors, we have leaders, and we have apprentices, and we have masters, and you know. I think we're naturally like this. If you have fathers and sons, you have mothers and daughters. You know, you do.
no, but I mean, is there not a difference between like an icon, which is something that you kind of like not sacrifice yourself to, but you know, like that you look up to in that sense of everything becomes about them and you try to be like them. Whereas a role model isn't necessarily somebody that you're going like, oh, I'm going to do everything that this person does and give myself to them. But it's just going, oh, I can see what they've done in that. They've been in this circumstance and they've done this. They've achieved this. I would like to achieve that. That's cool. Rather than being like, praising.
Okay. In that case, I was thinking icon rather than normal.
In terms of like you, like when you become super successful, and I'm saying super successful.
Yeah, billion pounds.
Yeah.
What's your point?
Why are you limiting yourself to billion?
I don't like trillions.
Billions.
Well, why are you limiting yourself to billion?
Right.
Why is it trillions?
Like, what's the biggest number you can think of?
Billions and billions and billions.
Billions and billions, so like 45 billion.
No, because you know a trillion.
Well, trillions as well.
So,
Billions and
but then I'm not sure what goes.
But billions and billions and billions could be more than trillions.
Yeah, technically you're right. The best kind of right, I guess.
Oh.
But here's a
Because surely if you have like billions of billions of billions, it becomes a trillion. And then you have trillions of trillions of trillions. And
yeah.
Okay, right. 100,000
If you had 2,000 billions, you would have 2 trillions.
Yeah, okay.
So anyway, we're going on.
Deviation.
Quick math. 2,000 billion. Quick math.
Well, you would be a role model. You would be a role model for inspiring people to be successful on their own terms, because you went out and did something in your own initiative. You took a creative idea that was just a brainchild. You gave birth to that brainchild. You maybe incubated it for many years and gave birth in an incredibly messy, painful, bloody, and then you had the afterbirth to deal with. But eventually, that child, when you weaned it off breast milk, and it grew up and it became your brainchild. And then other people go, I want to, I can't have, I want to have a brainchild and children of my own, you see. So how do I become pregnant with... And you have to say how you did that.
And then when I'm saying how I did it, I'll be like, I'm nobody's role model and I'm nobody's icon. I just live my life the best way I could. Myself.
And do you think that's going to work?
What is this?
I
I don't want to be anybody's role model, apart from my children's. I don't want to be anybody's role model or icon. It's just not interesting. When you become like somebody's role model or icon,
But that's what you told us. That's what you told us.
What?
You wanted to pass on the message to the younger generation.
Why do they need role models?
There's a difference to being a role model and to just live yourself.
Leading by example is being a role model.
Yeah.
Good thing is that.
That's it. Yeah.
Maybe I'm confusing the role model thing with icon again. But like for me, when I see the idea of role model, I'm saying, oh, this person's doing this. They look, okay, no, maybe I'm just confusing the icon.
It's not going to copy your life to the exact moment. It's that what your philosophy of life is, I will adopt that kind of philosophy, or maybe see what you have accomplished and be like, well, I want to do that for me. It's not about you took a shit at 9 a.m. I'll take a shit at 9 a.m.
That's selfish, I guess.
Yeah, it's more of So what do you think about? Is that more? Do you want to be someone's role model, Siji?
Somebody's source of aspiration.
You a nice voice.
I like
Nice voice.
I like to motivate people. I'm not going to the term role model, so I can't wrap my head around it. But I'd like to motivate people.
Okay, role person.
I'd like to motivate people, but I don't want anyone to base their life off anything I do, anything I say. Because, I'm just making up as I go along. So I don't know what I'm doing.
But you want to inspire people.
Yeah, I want to motivate people.
You want to, so people would model their role in life on you.
No, I just want to motivate them to be successful.
That's it.
And that won't win. Not in my way.
Because I reckon it'd be interesting.
Unless it's my
To
kick,
see-
I have to do what I say.
You've got all the successful people in the world, like all the like, this is going to come around here. All the recognised successful people in the world, and you see what is their advice for becoming successful. I reckon there's probably clear paths, like clear
Steps. What?
Yeah, I reckon there's probably common links between all their advice, and I reckon it has something to do with this daily incremental self-improvement development towards your goals, discipline. So I reckon there's probably clear links between all of their success stories. I very much doubt they're going to just say something like, "Oh, I was lucky." I reckon some luck is involved.
Oh, definitely will.
But you can't, like, to be successful again and again, there's more than luck involved, surely.
For me, on my successful journey, it's all about believing in myself and setting goals. Believing in myself and believing in the goals that I set, and then also being super logical.
And it's
That's
never,
all
it's
from
not, is it never set, this goes back, does that involve never settling for anything less than what you know you're capable of?
But not to the point of pushing yourself to perfection. But yeah, no, it's never. If you think you're capable of doing better,
Say people
Which one?
about people can't. The problem with people is not that they achieve too low.
Oh yeah, the issue isn't that people aim too high and fail. It's that they aim too low and succeed.
never give up, never give in.
Never let the chaos win.
Keep dreaming what you're dreaming, and fuck it. Fuck it.
To learn
Keep
from your
doing what
failure.
you're doing and let the dream be true. Learn from your failure. I did. Fast learning.
Right. Well, I think, what time are we on anyway?
We're on an hour.
Wow, I think it's a good place.
And last words from our beloved guest.
Kombucha.
Coming straight
That would be
sponsor us.
Has this got live bacteria in it, live cultures?
Is
So,
that something?
Yeah, kombucha, wild kombucha.
we'll see you guys next week, 9 o'clock.
I want to say
On my
thanks
thoughts.
to Bestwick, you've been a good guest.
Yeah, no,
Very good
thanks.
guest.
Clap for Morgan, please.
All right.
Thanks.
Is it not like a goodbye show?
Now